Hello and welcome to Yoga with Maria. So today's session is entitled Intermediate Yoga, but don't worry if you don't feel that you're intermediate. It just means that we're kind of working at a slightly quicker pace. Might be throwing a few slightly more difficult poses in there. Don't worry, I would always say pull back on a pose rather than push forward. Be really mindful of your body, listen to your body, especially if you've got any injuries or any reoccurring issues that might keep popping up. Be really mindful of those. And if there's something you feel that you can't do, or maybe balance isn't really your friend today, that's okay. Sometimes that happens. You can always bring yourself into mountain pose or child's pose, or just sit down cross-legged. Especially today is quite hot where we are. I hope it's been nice and warm where you are as well. So just be kind to yourself. Take it easy if you need to. Just make sure you've got a nice clear space, as clear a space as possible wherever you're doing your practice this evening. We don't want anything falling on you. So let's begin our session today by bringing ourselves into a comfortable seated position. You can have your legs out in front of you if that's more comfortable. And we'll begin by closing our eyes. And we're just going to spend a few moments just focusing inwards on ourselves. So just allowing any thoughts that come in, just let them be there and then let them go. If you find a thought is buzzing around, doesn't seem to want to disappear, just bring your focus onto your breathing, which is what we're going to focus on now. So just allow the spine to lengthen, the neck to lengthen, shoulders to drop, and bring that awareness into your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Just noticing if you've been breathing with your mouth open today. Just see if you're able to close your mouth and continue breathing through the nose. And we're just going to take that breath and awareness down to the tips of our toes. We're going to do a little body scan. So just as we clock through the body, if you notice anything is particularly achy, just give it an extra bit of attention. And just take that breath and awareness into the soles of the feet, ankles, your calves and shins, and trace that breath and awareness into the knees, thighs, glutes, those powerful bum muscles, and into your pelvis, your lower belly, and round into the base of your back. Trace that breath and awareness into the middle of your back, through and round into the middle of your belly. Allow that breath and awareness to rise into your chest, round into the top of your back, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers, thumbs. And trace that awareness back up your arms and into your throat, round into your neck, in the back of your head, top of your head, forehead, your eyebrows, eye sockets, nose, mouth, lips, tongue, your jaw, and trace that awareness into your temples, back into the top of your head and out. And just keeping your eyes closed, we're going to inhale through the nose, take our arms up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together, exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up, arms together, exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling the arms up, arms together, exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll begin our class on an Om, inhaling through the nose. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy your practice this evening. Let's just continue that focus on the breath. So just bring one hand onto your chest and one hand onto your lower belly, just below your belly button. Allow the shoulders to drop. And again, if you want to close your eyes, you can. And we're just going to continue that breath, inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. I want you to see if you can feel that hand on your belly rising as you breathe in, and then falling, going back towards the spine as you breathe out. The movement doesn't have to be big, it's just noticing that that belly has got some movement in it. In your own time, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And just see if you're able to make that breath a little lighter, more subtle, quieter. And just know that at any point during your practice, you can come back to this subtle breathing. Really nice. And then let's just release the hands. Let's just get some movement into the body. So let's just take the shoulders up towards the ears and then just let them drop. And again. And then release. And one more time. All the way to the ears. And then release. Let's take that into the chest. You're inhaling, taking the chest forward. Exhale, tucking the chin in towards the chest. Just in your own time, just starting to open up that back. Nice. And let's just take that to stillness. Take the one hand over just for a little side stretch. You kind of up to you how you want to do this side stretch. Maybe you want to give yourself a rub or a pat. Maybe you just want to reach over and breathe into that rib cage. Nice. And then just taking that over to the side. Again, giving yourself a little rub or a pat if you want, if that feels good. Lovely. And we're going to bring ourselves into a little squat position. So, nice wide legs. Ideally, you want to try and get your heels on the floor. Don't worry if you can't. You can always roll your mat up or take a jumper or a towel and just tuck that mat underneath your heels just to give yourself a bit of support if you need to. And just in this squat, you're bringing those elbows on the inside, you're pressing those legs out, lengthening the spine, lengthening the neck, bringing the palms together in prayer position and bring them in towards the chest. and breathe. If this becomes too uncomfortable at any point, just sit back and cross legs if you need to. I'm just going to take the left hand on the right ankle and then extend the right arm up towards the ceiling and then bring it back into the chest. Nice. Just starting to work those shoulders. And then let's take it on the other hand, taking the right hand to the left ankle and extending the left arm up. Bringing it back into the chest. Extending. And again, just doing some of these in your own time. Nice. Now let's take both hands. So again, bringing your hands into prayer position. We're just going to lengthen both hands up and then bring them back. Lengthen up. Try and lengthen the arms and bring them back. Nice. And one more. And then let's take the hands. You've got two choices. You can either have the hands around the back of the ankles, or if you want, you can bring the palms underneath the soles of the feet. And from here, you're just going to stand up. So maybe the soles to the feet are too much, in which case just bring your hands around the ankles just to anchor yourself. And you're just going to stand and then squat. And again, you're just doing a few of these for yourself. When you're coming back to your squat, see if you can lengthen that spine, lengthen that neck. Don't worry about trying to get straight legs when you're coming up. It's just about lengthening that spine, finding a bit of lengthening in the legs, stretching them out. Great. Just releasing the feet or the ankles. We're just going to stretch one foot out. Nice. And again, you've got some choices. You can keep the heel up or you can press the heel down. So it just kind of works that stretch in that leg in a slightly different way. Using the hands, just taking yourself over to the other side and stretching out that leg. And just doing a few of these for yourself, just taking the hands over. If you're feeling warm and you want to take it a bit further, you can bring those hands off, so you're just firing up and using those legs. But it's quite early in the session, so don't worry if that feels too much at this stage. Bring yourself back into your squat. We're just going to walk out into a little plank. Just squeezing those glutes, squeezing the belly towards the spine. And then walk yourself back. And this you can be quite free with this movement. You can just go back and forth, or you can go out diagonal. You can actually go behind you, lifting the hips up. Lift one leg up if you want. Just kind of exploring that space around you. And then let's just take the hands behind you. And you've got, again, a couple of choices. You can keep the bum on the floor, or you can lift it up. You want your fingers pointing towards your heels or to your bum. You're just going to bring one knee down to the mat, followed by the other. Just kind of twists the lower back. Opens the hips in a different way. Again, don't worry if your knee doesn't go to the floor. Just kind of whatever works for you, whatever feels good. And bringing the bum down, we're just going to do some nice little rock and rolls. So just massaging that back into the floor. Just have a little bit of fun rocking up and down. If you want, you can drop it, rock up into a squat. Try with no hands. And then bring yourself back, and then eventually just see if you can propel yourself up to standing. Maybe you want to do standing and then do a couple more rock and rolls up and down the spine. Nice. And then, once you've had a bit of fun with that, bring yourself up to your mountain pose. So you're going to bring yourself to the front of your mat, or if you're not on a mat, just make sure you've got enough space behind you. So we're going to bring our toes together, heels slightly apart, and we're going to work our way up through the body. So spread those toes, press those feet into the floor. Engage the ankles, little micro bend in the knee if you need. Squeeze the thighs, the glutes, belly in towards the spine. Chest open, shoulders back, neck nice and long, arms active. Your mountain pose. So you can come back to this point if you need to. We're now going to do some sun salutations. Let's inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands shoulder width apart. Let's step back into our plank. Set yourself up. Bring that weight forward slightly over the wrists. Squeeze the glutes, belly in towards the spine. Take those knees down if you need to, keeping the elbows tucked. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tucking the toes, exhale, downward dog. Having a little walk with your feet, pressing through the toes, through the heels, if that feels nice. Maybe just walking the hands or twisting the hips. And then finding that downward dog for you. Hip width distance with your feet, shoulder width with the hands, spreading those fingers. Squeeze the glutes, gaze towards the belly button, pressing the heels towards the floor. But don't worry if they're nowhere near, just enjoy that stretch in the back of the legs. Let's inhale, take your gaze towards your hands, step your feet towards your hands as close as they can, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release, mountain pose, toes touching, heels slightly apart, shoulders back. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into your plank. Bring the weight forward, squeeze the glutes, nice and powerful. Knees down if you need, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward dog. Pressing those heels back, shoulder width apart for the hands. Hip width distance for the feet. Be your own teacher, make your own corrections as and where you need. Lengthening in those arms. Really nice. Let's inhale, take the gaze towards the hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Let's go straight in for another one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant those hands. Get them where you need them. Step or jump back. Plank. Weight forward. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the elbows tucked. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward dog. Again, don't be afraid to move your feet if they don't feel that they're in the right position. Walk them forward, maybe walk them back a little bit. Or just find that stillness. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Really nice, you're doing great. Inhaling, taking the gaze towards the hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway left. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release, mountain pose. Just get your breath. Get those shoulders back. Squeeze that belly in towards the spine. Squeeze those glutes. We're going to do sun salutation, round B, with a few warrior poses. So this time we're going to start by inhaling, and this time exhale, bend. Lengthen out into a chair pose. Just inhaling and exhaling in this position. Lengthen the arms, squeeze those glutes, let the shoulders drop. Just check that your knees are together. Nice. Let's just forward fold, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Plant those hands, step or jump back. Your plank. Weight forward, knees down if you need. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tucking the toes, exhale, downward dog. Let's step through with our right foot for warrior one. Drawing those hips around towards that bent knee. Nice 90-degree bend in that right knee. Pressing that left foot into the mat, lengthening that leg. Drawing these hips round. Arms up, shoulders down. Really nice. Keep breathing. Open into warrior two. So lengthen those arms. Open these hips now, lengthways to the mat. Gaze towards the right fingertips. From here, we're going to take a warrior three. So we're going to bring our weight on that right foot, lengthen the arms forward, raise the left leg in a nice T shape, or as close as you can get. Great. Let's bring that left foot down, reverse warrior. You can take the right hand kind of curved, or you can lengthen it. You can bring that left hand around your body for a little bind. And then let's cartwheel the arms round and down, stepping back into your plank. Again, take those knees down if you need to. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Just do the same thing. Step through with the left. Warrior one. So just take your time, set yourself up. Find that nice 90-degree bend in that knee. Press that right foot into the mat and let it peel up. Draw those hips round. Arms nice and long, shoulders down. Great. Let's open into warrior two. Again, reposition your feet if you need to. Lengthen those arms, gaze towards the left fingertips. Just check that knee. Bend it into it a bit more. Nice. We're going to take it into a warrior three. So we're going to balance again on this left foot. So just finding that balance. Lengthening the arms. Lengthening that leg. Your T shape, or as close as you can. Beautiful. Let's take that right foot down, reverse warrior. Again, lengthening the arm or curve, bringing that arm around for a bind if you want. And then let's cartwheel the arms around and down. Stepping back, bringing that weight forward. Squeeze the glutes, belly in towards the spine. Keep the elbows tucked. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes. Exhale, downward dog. I'm just going to hold this downward dog for a little bit, so just enjoy that lengthening. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You're going to inhale, take your gaze towards your hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway left. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, chair pose. Bring those knees together, lengthen the arms, bring the palms together. We're going to take a little twisted chair. So bring that left elbow over the right leg. Again, bring the palms into the chest, gaze towards the ceiling. And just pop that little left knee back in line with the right. And I'm stressed to be a bit sneaky and stick out. Nice. Lengthening out again into your chair pose. Let's take the twist on the other side. Right elbow over the left leg. Arms together. Chest. Gaze towards the ceiling. And again, just tuck that right knee back in line with the left. Don't forget to breathe. Really nice. Lengthen out again into your chair pose. Squeeze those glutes. Really good. Coming all the way up. And release. We're going to take a forward fold. So just jumping those feet apart, hip width distance. Not too wide, not too narrow. And we're just going to fold forward. So nice deep bend in the knees. Taking your first finger and your middle finger. Just hook the big toe. Just be really mindful these wrists are opening out and they're not coming in to meet each other. We want them to go away from each other. So you've got a nice rounding in the wrists. Nice deep bend. Your belly and your chest is on those legs. And then from here, with each out breath, just see if you can lengthen just a little bit. But if you notice that your body is coming away from your legs, start again. Bring those knees down. Chest and belly against the thighs. And then lengthen. You can release the grip on the toes and bring your palms underneath the soles. Palm to sole. And the same thing, just keeping that nice deep bend with each out breath. Just lengthening a little bit. Great. Releasing the hands. We're going to bend the knees. Give your head a little nod. Give it a little shake. We're going to roll up through the spine. So making sure your head's the last thing that comes on top. You're just stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. Great. Let's do another little balance. So we're going to do a little tree pose. So I'll mirror you. Let's take it on the right leg to start with. So wherever you feel comfortable with that foot, maybe today it needs to stay on the floor, that's fine. Above or below the knee, just don't put it on it. You need to keep your kneecaps intact. So maybe just start with your hands on your hips. Just make sure that they're nice and square and that they're not kind of trying to follow that knee out. Just really squeeze the glute, that bum muscle of the standing leg, that left leg. You bring the palms in towards the chest. Just let the shoulders drop. Really nice. And you can stay here, or if you want, you can take the arms up towards the ceiling and then open. Again, we're lengthening in the arms, but we're not allowing the shoulders to raise. We're just dropping them. Nice. And if you want, you can take your gaze towards the ceiling Or you can close your eyes and enjoy swaying or indeed going completely off balance. And that's okay. Inhale and then exhale, release. Let's take it on the other side. So again, don't worry if one leg often is better than another. So don't be beating yourself up about not being able to balance. Some days it's good, some days it's just not. So again, find your position wherever that is for this leg. Again, on that right side, really squeeze that bum cheek. So you've got really nice lengthening, nice support. Bringing the palms in. Again, just check the hips if you need to. And the hips will have a tendency to try and follow that knee. Palms in. And again, you can stay here, or if you want, you can lengthen the arms and then open. Again, allow those shoulders to drop. Really nice. And if you want to just challenge yourself, you can close your eyes or take the gaze to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Great. Inhaling and then exhale, release. Great. Let's take a nice Trikonasana. Again, I'll mirror you. So we're going to take a wide stance. Let's take the right toes pointing at 12, the left toes kind of pigeoning round, hips square lengthways along the mat. Legs are straight, arms long. Gaze towards the right fingertips. And then we're going to reach towards that right side as far as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And then extend and open. Taking the gaze towards the left fingertips. Lifting yourself out of that rib cage. Just making sure that left arm isn't falling behind your body. Just make sure it's nice and stacked. Really nice. Inhaling, coming up. And let's take it on the other side. So just twist those feet around. I don't know about yours, but mine are pretty sweaty. Making quite hard to grip. Again, the left toe is pointing at 12, right one's coming round. Hips nice and square, arms long. Beautiful. Gaze towards the left fingertips. And then reach, reach, reach as far as you can to the left side. And then extend. Nice. Again, lifting out that rib cage. Just making sure the arm isn't falling behind. It's just nice and stacked on top. Really good. Inhaling, coming up. We're going to take a twist. So this time I'll do it with you. Let's bring ourselves down onto the floor. Right leg up and the left knee on the floor. Left leg nice and long. Just check that your ankle isn't twisting. You've got a nice parallel line to the mat. Top of that foot is pressing into the mat. Pop a cushion underneath your knee if you need to. We're going to take the left arm up and over, a bit like the twisted chair. This time we're on the floor. Bring those palms together and towards the ceiling. Gaze towards the ceiling. If you want to tuck the toes of that left foot, you can. And you can lengthen that leg into a low lunge. And if you want to stay here, you can. Or if you want to open the arms, you can. Beautiful. Let's fire up in that right leg and cartwheel the arms up and over and round to the other side. Again, set yourself up. Just make sure that that right leg is nice and long, ankles not twisting, the top of the foot is pressing into the mat. Right arm up and over. Again, bring those palms together in towards the heart center. Gaze towards the ceiling, and you can stay here, or you can tuck the toes and lengthen that leg for a low lunge. Keep the arms here, or you can open them. Really nice, well done. Firing up in that left leg, cartwheeling the arms up to stand. Let's keep that nice wide leg. We're going to take a forward fold again, but we're going to do wide leg this time. So let's just begin by hands on the hips, bringing those toes in just a little bit, tucking the bum underneath the torso. Great. Let's lengthen the arms up and then reach forward for a tabletop. So avoid trying to look at the screen. Just keep that head down so you've got the nice lengthening in the spine. Imagine someone's got your fingertips and they're pulling your hands. Great. And then you can bend the knees and allow your body to go over. Give your head a little nod. Make sure you've got no tension in the neck. Same thing. First finger, middle finger. You're going to hook the big toe again. And again, make sure that you're rounding those wrists. And from here, you're just going to, with each out breath, just lengthening the legs. And you're drawing your body towards that space. Squeezing the glutes to take the pressure off those legs. Let's release the big toe. If you want to take your hands behind your ankles just for a second. And just try that as an anchor, as an extra kind of support. Drawing that body towards that space. I'm going to do another twist. So let's take the left hand on the right ankle or the right foot, and then lengthen the right arm up towards the ceiling. And keep your body nice and close towards that right leg. Let's take it on the other side. Right hand to the left foot. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Take that gaze with it. Again, trying to keep that body as close to that left leg as possible. Beautiful. Bringing the hands back to the center. Let's take the hands behind us. Interlace the fingers. Try and bring the palms together. Straighten up those arms if you can. And just allowing the weight of those hands just to fold over. Nice. Releasing the hands. We're going to take those arms back out in front, so lengthen the arms. Lengthening the neck, and then coming all the way up. Really nice. We've opened, but now we're going to close. We're just going to take a nice eagle pose. So bringing those toes together, we're just going to take the arms out, and I'll mirror you. So let's take the right arm under the left, and the right leg coming up and over. Nice for your eagle. Squeezing it all together. Try and drop the shoulders. If you feel that you're leaning forward, just see if you can sit back into it. Nice, really well done. Inhaling, coming up, and release. Let's take it on the other side. This time, let's take the left under the right, and the left leg coming up and over. Again, just noticing if you're leaning forward. See if you can sit back into it. And again, don't worry if you fall over, you go off balance. Often happens. Really good. Inhaling, coming up. And then exhale, release. Good. Let's do a little vinyasa to get ourselves on the floor. So bringing the toes together, the heels slightly apart. Make sure you've got a bit of space behind you. This time we're going to inhale, take the arms up, little mini back bend. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Plant the hands shoulder width apart, spread the fingers, step or jump back into your plank. Bring that weight forward, squeeze the glutes. And knees down if you need, chest down, chin down, inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, downward dog. Let's go into a three-legged dog. So bringing the left foot in the middle and raising the right leg up. Let's just take the knee to the nose and back up. And again, knee to nose and back up. One more time, knee to nose, back up. And if you want to stack the right hip on top of the left, you can. Just lengthen that, open that hip up. Beautiful. Let's change to the other side. Bring the right leg foot down into the middle, lengthen, raise that left leg behind you. Again, just enjoying that stretch for a moment. And if you want to, then bring that knee to the nose and then extend back up. Knee to nose, extend back up. Knee to nose, extend back up. And again, you can stack the left hip on top of the right, open that hip, bend the knee. Great. I'm just bringing that foot back down. We're just going to bring the hips down. I'm just going to take ourselves into an up dog. Bring those hips down, let the hips sink into the mat. Open that chest, squeeze the glutes. If you need to bend the elbows, you can. If this feels like too much, bring yourself into like a little cobra or sphinx pose. And then let's sit back into an active prayer pose. So trying to get your bum on your heels. Let's lengthen the arms out in front. Lift the palms of the fingers, the palms up, and let the fingertips just be on the mat. Forehead on the floor. You're lengthening those arms. Great. And we're just going to bring the forearms on the floor and your palms also on the floor, fingers nice and wide. From here, we're going to do a little dolphin. So you're going to tuck your toes and then lift your bum into the air. You're just balancing on those forearms. It's kind of like a downward dog, except your elbows and forearms on the floor. Really nice. Pressing those heels towards the floor. Bringing the knees down. And this time let's bring the arms beside us in for a child pose. Allow those shoulders to sink next to your knees and towards the floor. Nice. Bring yourself up. Let's just take the legs out in front. Your seated mountain pose or your staff. Legs nice and long. Lengthen that spine, lengthen the neck. Just have a little play around for a moment, squeezing those glutes. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Yeah, nice. Then let's press the backs of the knees into the floor. Lift those heels up. Lengthen the arms and then reaching forward. Nice lengthening that spine, so not worrying about like I'm nowhere near my toes. Don't worry. You're just don't try and bounce to try and get there either. Just breathe into it. So squeeze those glutes. Press the knees into the floor. Lift the heels. Allow the shoulders to drop. Really nice. And just see if you can creep those hands just a little further. And then relax over. Let the spine curve, let the head hang heavy. Use your elbows on your legs if you need to, or by your side. Great. Bringing yourself up. We're just going to bring our right leg in. So you got a couple of choices. You can either have that foot right up against, like as high up as possible on the floor, or you can bring it on top of that leg. That might feel a bit strange with the ankle. It might feel a bit, if you feel any pinching or if it hurts too much, just bring it back on the floor. And same thing, reaching the arms up and then forward. And this time you can go straight for that roundedness in the spine. You can allow that head to hang heavy. And just breathing into any tightness. Great. Bringing yourself up. Let's just take that on the other leg. So let's lengthen that right leg. Bring the left leg in. And again, you can either have it on the floor or you can bring it up onto the top of the leg. Inhaling the arms up and then reaching and lengthening forward. Again, not worrying, even if that position is up here for you, that's okay. Try engaging and pressing the back of the knee into the floor. Try bringing that heel off the floor. And try relaxing over into that pose wherever that is for you. Again, breathing into those tight areas. Great. And just bring yourself up. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to do our butterfly pose. So again, I always sort of say this with this pose. You can have those feet wherever you want them. You can bring them really up close, or you can have them far away. It just changes how it feels in the hips. So, maybe have a play around with one position today, and then next time you can do another one. It just opens those hips in a slightly different way. So we're just going to go straight in for the curve back. So this is a passive stretch. Again, you're just allowing that body weight to go over. You're letting the head relax, using these elbows as a support, and you're just letting the hips open on their own, breathing into those tight areas. And just allowing those hips to open with each out breath. Really nice. And then just bringing yourself up nice and slowly. Bringing those knees in. Just give yourself a little hug. Great. And we take ourselves onto our back. The hard work's not over yet. Semi-supine. So bringing those knees towards the ceiling, your feet flat on the floor. Spine nice and long, bring those palms of the hands on the floor as well to support. We're going to go into our bridge. So you're going to squeeze those glutes. You're going to raise the hips up towards the ceiling. Allow the chest to open. Keep the neck nice and long, the chin tucked in towards the chest. Raise those hips. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Squeeze the glutes. And then slowly take that spine down, vertebra by vertebra. Just rock the knees from side to side a little if you need to. We're going to go again, raising those hips up, drawing the belly button in towards the spine, pressing the heels into the floor. Keeping the chin tucked. Really squeeze the glutes. And then release again, nice and slowly. Really try and take your time. Beautiful. We're going to go again. If wheel is in your practice, you want to go into full wheel, you can. Just bring the palms to the hands by the side of the ears. Otherwise, just go into another bridge. But this time, if you want, you can bring the palms underneath, or you can take the hands underneath the hips to raise them a little bit higher. And then whichever position you're in, let's see if we can just raise that right leg up. Really squeeze those glutes. And release. And then the left leg. Lengthening. And release. And then just slowly again bring yourself back down. Vertebra by vertebra. Tuck those knees in. And just rock from side to side. Or little mini circles with the lower back. Great. And we'll just take a little happy baby. So just bringing the hands on the feet. Opening the hips, just letting them hang there. You can rock from side to side. If you want to lengthen those legs, you can. Releasing the hands. This is take a nice little twist. So let's just take both legs long to begin with, and then bring the right knee into the chest and take it over to the left, and then take your gaze to the right, lengthening that right arm. Nice. Just imagining that right shoulder is sinking into the floor. And then just allowing that to come back over. Lengthen the right leg. Bring the left knee into the chest. And take it over to the right side. And gaze to the left. Lengthen that left arm. And again, just imagining that with each out breath that left shoulder is sinking into the floor. And bring yourself back round to give yourself a nice squeeze. Make yourself really teeny tiny. Squeeze yourself into a little ball. Clasp the elbows, take the chin in towards the knees, and squeeze everything. Bring those heels together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release. Well done. You made it. Shavasana, or corpse pose. And now you just get to enjoy being supported by the floor. You just let everything go. Nice wide legs, nice wide arms. Releasing the ankles, the hips, the glutes, your belly. Allowing the shoulders to sink into the floor. And close your eyes and just relax in your Shavasana. I'm going to read a little quote for you from Hamin Sunim and his book, The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down. Sometimes you have to push through with your convictions. You cannot please everyone. Do not hold back just because you are afraid someone might criticize you. You will probably earn yourself a few enemies, but many others will respect you for standing up for what you believe. And when you're ready, start to bring some awareness back into your body. Maybe give the fingers and the toes a little wriggle. And if you want, take your arms above your head. Give yourself a nice big stretch. And then in your own time, just take yourself over to one side. And slowly bring yourself into a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed. And let's together inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together, exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up. Palms together, exhale, bring them down to your heart center. And one more time, inhaling. Arms together, exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll close our class on 3 Oms, followed by Shanti. You can join in or just listen to the mantra. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this evening. If you are able to donate for this evening's class, you can do that via the website, which is www.yogawithmariagray.com. You just got to click on donate. Anything that you are able to, all the donations are really appreciated and very helpful in keeping these classes running. So thank you so much. I wish you a pleasant evening. Our next yoga class is on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And then at the end of the week, I'll be sending out another mail about the next coming up, the next classes coming up. In the meantime, have a great evening. Bye bye. Take care. Namaste.